Okay, we're on, and it was just enough to float. And I think if I stay, sorry my other video kicked off, laid there too long I guess. But I'm actually, since I'm already in here, I'm gonna go back upstream and get a few pictures of these rocks and stuff. I'm sorry, just bear with me a minute. I ain't got one of them fancy GoPros. Just pause it if you're getting dizzy. Stream here. I'm going into the current. It's not a horrible current, but all right. It's a little bit muddy out there. I didn't bring the water shoes, but the old Pumas never fail, man. I've had those old Pumas for a long time. But anyway, get us around here. There's some beautiful rock stuff. I enjoy it. I love it out here. I'm in the middle of paradise, man. And we'll see if I can pause it when I go back the other way. But I'm just going to hang out a minute. I'm going to holler at the wife and see if she has anything to say. Give me a moment.
Get right before you get left.
Well, that's coming loud and clear from the prophetess on the other side. Get right before you get left. She means with Jesus Christ. But we're going to float back that way then and go out to the main lake and see what I'm going to have to do this in a 3-part series. I really wish that would have stayed, and I wish I knew how to edit videos, but I'm not that technologically advanced. Nor I don't know that I have the equipment to do that anyway. Unless you could do it on your phone. I know I could edit, but I don't know how to put them together. But maybe over time I'll figure that out. So I got the YouTube channel, but I hope you guys enjoy the little shorts. So we're gonna go with the current now. I'm gonna, if I could rig that, I don't know if I could get that set up here somehow. It'd be kind of neat. Put my shoes on there. I ain't worried about the mud. If I can get that rigged up, we'll leave that right on the front for a couple minutes. And boy, them old Pumas came in good for more than just keeping the rocks and the dirt off your feet. You'll have to forgive me for a little bit of the angle there. Like I said, it's my shoes are holding it up, so. Beautiful. And of course you can see the bottom of the water is so crystal clear. Just blows my mind. I gotta say it again. I know you guys have already heard me say it in many of the videos. The wife and I was in Mississippi praying to the Lord Jesus Christ. There's our wind confirmation. Listen. The Lord. Anyway, we was in the middle of Mississippi in that dirty mud swamp water praying. We went on a little visit to Mountain Home. And we asked the Lord, Lord, move us in that clear water. I remember praying and praying. I ain't gonna lie to you, I had a little bit of doubt there for a while, wandering, and it was I believe it was less than 6 months. The Lord moved us right in the middle of it all. Beautiful springs, clear water around here in Missouri, the Ozark Mountains. Just blows my mind, the goodness of the Lord, and don't deserve it at all. Being, righteousness is as filthy rags, but the Lord is a mighty God able, so I hope you just enjoy. Man, I just can't get enough of this clear water. I love, as you're seeing there in the video, how it gets those white sparkles, or the shiny spots where the sun is shining off the sand and the different colored rocks on the bottom, and the water being so clear. We're gonna go by and say hey to the wife, if I can get me a good spot to get through the center here, whatever's the deepest. And then we're going to go on across to the other side. There we go. A little bit deeper up here now, thank the Lord. And if I already had it rigged up, I'm not going to lie to you, I ain't too worried about it right now. But I got my gear. I'm just having fun being on the water in the kayak. But I'm learning how to fish for the trout. I don't have a fly rod, but I got my spinner, and I got a bunch of stuff, the slip bobber and some worms and different stuff like that. The wife's eyes get into it a little bit. I got a little, I believe it's called a CD3. That little Rapala works really good. And I've caught a few trout. Oh man, it's fairly deep right there. That was a nice little hole. But I said all that to say that even in this stuff like this, I've seen it, the trout hang out in here by rocks. You can't even hardly see them. I see them like flip on their side or something. And like I say, I'm just getting used to this type of fishing. So you see them kind of like shine in the sun and you see their side or their color. But man, it is so beautiful and fun here. Just a whole different lifestyle. I'm used to fishing in southern Illinois for largemouth bass and bluegill, crappie, and of course in Mississippi I caught more catfish than anything. I did catch one real nice bass there, largemouth, but so it's a whole different learning curve. But them old bluegill, they seem to be about everywhere. We've been catching some of those. The wife's caught some up here in the bucket. I don't know about you, but I don't mind eating a mess of bluegill any day. And I guess I just realized that in the camera, that's the toes of my muddy shoes that you see there. That is holding, that's holding the camera up. And boy, oh boy, it's really crazy. That was a nice current, but the wind is actually hitting me, I would guess a few miles an hour. I don't know, I'm not a meteorologist, but hitting me and actually kind of pushing me steady, and the current's actually behind me pushing me forward. And so it's that little bit of wind really helps in certain circumstances. But anyways, there I go rambling again. But if you can't tell, I'm just having a good old time out here. A blast of a day. I'm gonna mess with my wife. Hello, dear.
This is a warning shot.
Yes, ma'am. I was wondering if you would be interested in swimming over here and giving me a tow back. I'm guessing that's a no.
Be careful.
I'm having fun. It'll take us a while. I was just messing with the wife there. Gotta have. No, dear. I was just having a little bit of fun. I got the phone, and the wind's blowing enough with the curve, and I'm just taking my time coming back towards you, current. And it's actually, my shoes are covered in mud because of where I had to go to get in there, but I stuck them up in the front, and they're using as a wedge to hold my phone so everybody can see the video in the river. So I'm going to do that for a little bit, and I thought I'm going to come over by you. I'll probably maybe pause it in a minute, and then I'm going to come over by go around that corner on the far side just to get a see and see what's up that way.
10-4.
Oh, that's right. I had to go all the way around that. Low tide, Shelley. Yeah, that water starts panning out right there. I almost forgot. Over to the left, I'm gonna take a video and show you right here. Over that way, you can see the brown. I paddled from up over there and came that way. And everywhere I tried to get out of it, it was too shallow. So over here on this right-hand side and around the back side of those stumps in front of me is the deepest, sorry, give me a minute, get back in line here. The deepest to get around, otherwise it's too shallow and you get stuck and you have to stay in the channel. So anyway, I'm gonna set that back there, and I think I might pause it for a minute until I get up there. Give me a few minutes. I pulled up in this little, backed into the bank right here behind me. Probably have to do it again because I'm floating a little bit, but I just saw one of the biggest basses. I bet that was a 4.5, 5 pound bass. That's a pretty nice sized bass that I've seen in a minute anyway. That dude was big, and I floated right over the top of it. There's between that stump. Give me 1 minute.